welcome back to the channel. Callie, Elvis, and I will be going on a hike today. It was raining a lot last night, so it seems like a lot of fun puddle jumping and just nonsense. So come join us for the ride.
Homeschooling during this pandemic has been really challenging to find new and creative ways to find outlets for Elvis to let his energy out. So fortunately, Callie is always down for an outing and has a lot of energy, so they can really help to entertain each other. Although this video is really about a boy and his dog having a blast in the rain puddles and just being, well, silly. We also bought a GoPro Hero9 to help record our adventures. I was super excited to give it a go, immediately charged up the battery, and we got out of the house as quickly as we could. This is not a sponsored video, nor an affiliated video, and we will not be using affiliate links down below. We bought the GoPro and its accessories with our own money. In other words, these are our most true and honest opinions. Neither of us have any technical background, so if that's what you're looking for, there are much better places to find that information. What we will be giving you today is simply our opinion as novice users to the products. Our GoPro Hero9 camera is equipped with the following self-branded products for this outing. GoPro's protective housing, which is to protect the camera from damage, and GoPro's Fetch Dog harness, which mounts the camera to Callie. Please do keep in mind that this was the first time using the camera and its accessories with only a basic understanding of how they work. So these really are our first impression opinions. The first lesson that I experienced with using the GoPro and the protective housing is that since it was slightly sprinkling, hazing, I don't know really what you would call this level of water falling from the sky, the lens of the camera almost acted like a magnet to retain the water drops, which created a slightly obstructed view. I did a quick internet search when reviewing the footage and saw what may be some good ideas that I found at clicklikethis.com. The first option that they gave was to lick the lens. Now, if you're caught off guard and in a pinch, this seems like a pretty good idea, probably one that I would try. It's free and why not? So this is something you would probably have to do fairly frequently to keep up the consistency of the view. The second suggestion that they had was to use a product called Rain-X glass treatment. It's basically a repellent for glass, and it reports basically some unspecified number of uses. So my guess would be a few to several uses, maybe. A bottle of the product is pretty inexpensive and it's big enough that it would last you an extremely long time for this use. This website also pointed out that you have to be very careful, use it only on the glass and not get it on the plastic because the product is known to tarnish the plastic. So what that means for me is it's a no-go. Mistakes happen and I don't want to be one of them. Their third option was to spit on the lens. This baffled me because I don't know how that's really much different than licking the lens, but maybe I just don't know how to spit and lick things, I guess. So the fourth suggestion was a hydrophobic, I think I pronounced that correctly, lens protector. So obviously I know that there's lenses to protect from scratching and other damage, but I never really thought about water drops. So after researching this very minimally, it seemed perfectly obvious that something like this existed. So what's the first thing that we do these days? If Amazon doesn't have it, it probably doesn't exist. So I went on Amazon's website, did a search for hydrophobic lens protector, saw some various options, but I found a pack that it's 6 pieces in a pack, so essentially a 2-pack because there's 2 for the lens, 2 for the back viewer, and 2 for the front viewer, and it's right about $9. The final suggestion listed was to use jet dry. My guess is that this would be similar to using the Rain-X product, but likely less harmful to the plastic areas since you use it in your dishwasher with all different types of dish materials. Still probably wouldn't use this on my camera. As for this list, it was sort of fun to read. For me though, I would lick the lens. That's probably a good, useful tip in a pinch, but honestly, I just placed the lenses in my shopping cart and I will be buying them. They are not expensive and will also provide other protection to the lenses and viewers from scratches and so forth. I kept having to adjust the harness on Callie, so my next observation was really more of a panic-stricken worry as I reviewed the footage. Maybe I just did a poor job putting the harness on her. The harness kept riding backward and tilting to the side as she would run and jump around. I was so worried that I did it wrong that I went back to the sales page and reviewed the photos and watched this how to use video to double check. We actually purchased the harness on Amazon because GoPro's site did not have it in stock at the time that we ordered it. This adorable little Frenchie on the left is an example on Amazon's website on how to place the dog harness. I assume that came from GoPro. Callie is on the right, and the harness positions look the same, so I think I did it right. But if you have any comments, suggestions, or tips on the dog harness, we would really appreciate it, so please leave us a comment below. We will definitely be using this harness mount again in the future to further test it out. Maybe we can figure out some hacks to keep the harness better in place. When Callie was running and jumping around, the GoPro view made me feel like I was riding a horse. That's a fun for a bit, but not really sure that I would like to see an extensive amount of footage like that. The harness also has a breastplate attachment, and we will try to use that at some point as well. We only have one camera, but you could certainly mount them in both positions and added a fun and unique storyline from the dog's point of view. Alright, so Callie and Elvis are just about to start jumping in the puddles. This was probably the best and most favorite part for the both of them. Elvis had a huge smile, was laughing the entire time, and you could just see how happy Callie was. So this was probably the funnest part for them, and I enjoyed watching the both of them have so much fun. So hopefully you enjoy it as much as we enjoyed playing. I will follow up with our final recommendations toward the end of the video.
So we've had a great time playing in the puddles, and it's a little cold out, so we're gonna start heading home. And Callie had a blast. We had a great time testing out the GoPro 9 Hero. We'll see what the footage looks like. Let's hope for the best.
As for the GoPro Hero9, we were actually very impressed with its stability, and despite how much Callie was moving up, down, left, right, and sometimes within a fraction of a second, the images were super smooth, even with those jerking movements. So even with just one trial use of this camera, we are hard sold on GoPro and its abilities. Elvis, Kelly, and I had so much fun today, and we will certainly do it again soon. The GoPro camera and its protective housing are hard yeses on recommending. For the Fetch dog harness, although our initial experience did not wow us, we feel that we need to spend a little more time with this product before forming a real opinion on it. We hope that you have enjoyed watching. Please support us by subscribing and clicking the bell for notifications so that you never miss a thing. We would also appreciate a like, share, and comment below. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.